Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm kidding, of course. Yes, we're doing Dark Souls 3. Now, some of you may be saying, wait a minute, didn't you put up a video of Dark Souls 3 last night? Very astute observation, one person who follows my channel. Yes, I did, and they were so unwatchably bad because Dark Souls 3 does not play nicely with OBS, my recording software that I've used for Darkest Dungeon. So, we're trying something new. This is Fraps, and I think it looks promising so far.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. The bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Undead Legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Alright, so that's my second time watching that. Really, honestly, and I'm not being sarcastic here, just as impressive as the first. That really is a very, very nice introductory cinematic. Of course, we are Timepants. And I have gone ahead and, if this is your first time watching, you didn't see the previous failure, I do have a look set up for myself, and I think I went with the fire gem last time. I'm not feeling that. But I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Yeah, Sovereignless Soul feels good, and went with the mercenary. Loved it the first time around. Definitely gonna do it again. So let's get started. And so I have seen a little bit of the game so far, so you're not getting the fresh, uncut reactions here. But on the bright side, you can actually see what's going on. So give and take, but I think this is going to be better for the long run if we just start over, make sure it's not just an ungodly, unwatchable mess, and let's see if we can do a little bit better. My first time through the tutorial, I died some, like quite a some bit. Let's hope I've improved somewhat. I will admit this has been a hot minute since I played Darkest Dungeon prior to this coming out. I think I said I said in my first recording that I think I played, my last Darkest Dungeon was Dark Souls 2. Like, I did all the DLC, and I think pretty much like a month after all the DLC came out, I just pretty much put the game away and said, well, you know, that was fun, but time to move on to bigger and better things. So, I had a little bit of time last night to kind of get my sea legs back, but I'll admit, it wasn't a pretty sight. So there is sort of, I know we're supposed to backstab that guy, but whatever. Yeah, it wasn't a pretty sight, and I will admit that part of my ulterior motive here, in addition to just really not making it look like complete trash, is I want to get a do-over. I want to get a take back here, because that was, like, it was embarrassing. I'll admit. But we can do better. I will do better. You deserve better. There we go. And if memory serves, yeah, this fool can go. And I won't be struggling with the UI quite so much. For instance, I did learn that the trusty L2 button, when you are in your shifted stance, in this case it is a modified dual wield, it's a pretty nice skill. It burns mana, which is that blue bar there up under our health, which is distressingly beginning to dwindle. Alright, so last time around we saw this fella here, and basically what we did was try and get as close as we can to this treasure. I do not feel up to the task of fighting this guy, so we kind of baited him over here. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Nope. And I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh god. Okay. That went well. That went really well. We did it. Okay. That was fine. Everything's fine. Okay, it went better the first time around, and now I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous that I've somehow gotten worse. Great. Good. But here we are. We have made it, I think, to the end. I don't think we get ambushed here. Probably. And yes, there's a bonfire up here, and I guess this did have an issue where people were getting crashes on the PC version at the very first bonfire. Great QA, FromSoft. Wonderful. Alright, so I think if we move rather slowly and patiently here, we do have the ability to get through this with minimal fuss. So this fool's going to come up, and we're just going to clown on him. Come on. So I have learned one combo with this scimitar, and it is, let's see, it's R1, R2, so I guess doing that, oh jeez, oh no. Yeah, I guess doing that as opposed to doing just R1 spam, which had kind of been the previous strategy, probably more advisable. Also, I'm not really at a level of comfort right now where I think I can reliably do without a shield, and this has gone so poorly that already this is starting to look eerily similar to the first try. Okay, let's slow it down here a little bit. It's not a race. All right, and yeah, it's not a race. Don't have to beat these guys all at once. Take your time. Make your hits count. Oh my goodness. Scimitars are such a cool weapon, and these are no exception because you get 2 of them, which makes it, I'm guessing, at least 60% more cool. I think the math works out. So, parrying, not a strength of mine, not a forte. Now that's going to be sort of an ongoing goal throughout. This is new, I actually didn't notice this before. This is going to be something of an ongoing goal throughout my playthrough. I would like to, at some point, develop some aptitude for parrying. I don't think this is necessarily the time that we want to try and demonstrate that. But yeah, this is new. Ooh, fire bombs. All right. So one thing I have not figured out yet is how to use these. So if you will indulge me for a moment, I think I'll just try and figure out how to. Nope. That wasn't it. Nope. Sorry. There we go. Is that right? Okay. And, I mean, is this how... Oh, jeez. Is that how we use them now? That seems awkward to me. Somebody, like, please help me out. I would really appreciate it if someone could just let me know precisely how we're supposed to actually put these on our hotbar, like so, right? Because, like, this is, right? This is on our hotbar, right? And I just don't want it to be anymore. Alright. We'll fiddle with this a little bit later, but on to what should come as a surprise to nobody who has even a passing familiarity with Dark Souls, or the Souls series in general. More than it seems. We'll just put it that way. If you haven't seen this yet, it is pretty spectacular. Whoa. Alright. Now, this took me a couple tries. Oh. And that is part of the reason why. His reach is a bit deceptive. And I have a bad habit, of rolling a little bit too early, just like that. Ouch. Alright, well this could be going better. Okay, I did manage to get the shield up. Oh, yeah, I'm about to get guard broken if I'm not careful. Alright, I think we can slow this down a little bit. Oh, yep, I deserved it. Okay, and we're out of flasks. This is looking very very distressingly familiar. Oh, yep, there we go. Ouch! I better get out of here. Alright. Not good. Okay, I think it's time to get out. Yep. Alright. Playing a little bit more patiently than perhaps I had been, and seems to be yielding some benefits. Okay. Okay, gotta get out. Well, we're kind of here in the home stretch. We actually got a stagger here. Well, despite a very pathetic start, that actually went fine. So, there's a little bit of improvement. Okay, so Ember is something that I didn't fully understand right from the get-go, but I had thought that it was just an HP buff, and I mean it is, but it is you being alive again. It's you becoming unhollow, to use the Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls version of pretty much the same mechanic here. Alright. Well, I think this is a promising start. Now, hopefully, we can maintain our Ember for. I'm just gonna say, just cautiously until about midway through the game. I think probably we should be able to get the first, I don't know, 5 bosses down without dying. So that would be really good if we could just get a nice stockpile of Ember. Alright. Let me just check one thing here. I'm stumped. I don't know how to put that on the down arrow. I feel like I've done everything, and I'm sure I haven't, but for the life of me, I don't know how to set that. That's annoying. I really would like to be able to toss bombs with square. I'll figure it out. It's pathetic that has been sort of the biggest mountain to climb here for me. Speaking of mountains, I can't help myself. I have to do it. I have to do it. See ya! Oh! Oh boy! Alright. That was a little bit dangerous. I wanted to actually do that. Pretend that I kicked him in the bottom and he fell and died. Still tapping off some rust, I guess. But that was good. It was a nice little test. So, one thing that is my understanding of their plans for Dark Souls 3 was sort of a return to form. Back to kind of the original Dark Souls 1 style of play, where, you know, you might not be exploring an area quite as vast as perhaps Dark Souls 2, but everything is very detailed. There's a lot of nooks and crannies and secrets and shortcuts to find if you look for them. And it just kind of gives you the feeling, sort of an intimate knowledge of the space that you're in. It feels lived in, it feels realistic, because, if you were designing a keep or You know, in the case of the original Dark Souls, if you were, you know, designing sort of a a castle hub world sort of thing, that is how you design it. You design it for ease of access, you know, the ability to move freely from one place to the other, sort of seamlessly transitioning. It makes sense, and it's a lot more fun to explore. It's a lot more rewarding when you walk into some place and you feel like, oh, you know, this is... they must have forgotten about this, you know, I'm getting somewhere where I wasn't supposed to be. And then, no, they clearly planned for you to get there, and there's a nice little reward for you when you do. And yeah, that was something that I always felt was a real strength of Dark Souls, was the feeling like, oh, I'm going off the beaten path. I'm messing around in some area that obviously FromSoft didn't expect anybody to go, or just, you know, some forgotten little corner of the map. And you get there and there's, you know, a nice little consumable there rewarding you for a job well done. So the east-west shield, is this better than what we have? Alright, so this looks like it's maybe a bit better for resisting magic. It's a little bit lighter. And let's see. A wooden shield decorated with the ancient symbol of the two-headed eagle, close to a small shield in size. Wooden shields are light, manageable, and offer relatively high magic absorption. There you go. Alright. Well, I think we'll stick with what we have for right now. But that's definitely something that we'll want to keep in mind, because, I mean, from my own experience in Dark Souls, having the right shield at the right time definitely... Whoa! This guy seems resilient. Whoa! Huh. Oh. And that was another hallmark of the original Dark Souls as compared to Dark Souls 2. You could just wander someplace and just get tossed. Oh my god. That was devastating. And he parried us like a champ, too. Well, I mean, you gotta know when you're beat. I don't think we're gonna be messing with that guy again. But does that remind anybody else of Havel, where you just are wandering around, minding your own business, doing your whole exploring procedural, where, oh, okay, haven't been here. Let's see what we can find. Okay, haven't been here. See what we can find. And then all of a sudden, you just walk into what is ostensibly a boss fight with absolutely no heads up, no warning, and you just gotta deal on the fly and figure out if you're gonna fight or run. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna get my souls and I am going to get the hell out of Dodge, because that is a beating that I will not soon forget. But I think that was, you know, that was a quality that made the original Dark Souls so memorable. You know, everybody has the memory of the first time they fought Havel. Alright, we are gonna go and then we are gonna get on our horse and ride. Oh god, oh Jesus, oh god, oh fuck, god damn it. Did he leave? Did he fall? What? We just got a bunch of souls, right? Did he fall down? He's right behind me, isn't he? Did he fall? Okay. I'm going to regret this, I'm sure. Did he fall down? That's hilarious. That's really, really funny. I'm a little bit sad because I kind of wanted a rematch, but alright, you know, gravity kills. Well, alright, I think now there's pretty much nothing left to do other than head into Firelink, and I think I'll cut it there. We'll go ahead and do the whole song and dance that they want us to do in here. But yeah, I think this is as good a place as any to cut it. So we'll talk to some of these folks.
Another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots. Don't you think?
There you go. There's, as I mentioned in my first recording,
joke. Asking us to seek the... We're talking true.
The sort of a Dark Souls trope, the dour, depressed guy hanging out in
Welcome to the
Firelink.
bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
Alright, so this gave me a lot of trouble the first time around. I wasn't smart enough to talk again and figure out what I'm supposed to do.
Ashen one, bring me souls plucked from their vessels. Farewell, Ashen one.
So, what you're supposed to do is drop that in there. And I ran around like an idiot for like 10 minutes trying to figure out where to go next. So, again, this is an improvement over the first video.
Acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont? No?
Alright, and yes, we do have the ability to sell right from the get-go.
Ashen One, if my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash.
Okay,
With
so
ash, I'll fashion new wares.
I guess
Is
that's
it not our sorry fate to sup on
going
death?
to level up her store. We'll keep an eye out, I guess. And yeah, she's got spells. This is obviously the big goal. When we find out that we have nothing more to do, we come here, drop 20,000 souls, and open up some more content. That's useful. This looks like it might be a worthy investment. We'll see.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more.
Yeah, I got it. Alright. And
Well,
anyone who played the
you
original
come
Dark
right
Souls
here.
should remember this
I
guy.
am Andre.
He's
I
the
serve
dude with the amazing
shrine
chest.
As a humble smith, forging
Still looking good.
weapons.
Yeah.
You're in search of
I guess
the
that
lords of
blacksmithing
Cinder,
keeps you in
I
shape.
trust. A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith. Such is my purpose.
Alright, and this is where we upgrade our weapons, and I think
But
that's...
be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
Okay, he kind of slipped into a pirate accent there. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the... I think that's pretty much it for the denizens of the Firelink Shrine. Definitely a far cry from the Firelink Shrine of Dark Souls, but very cool. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'll put up another video before too long, but thank you very much for watching. Thank you for hanging with me while I rebooted the series, and I'll see you next time.